At long last, finally, after 3 months, we're back with some new PoE news. GGG has just released a teaser and it's really cool. There's actually a lot more to this than it appears. Just a 24-second clip, but I'm going to speak about some hints that are in this. So let's give it a watch and we'll see what is in store for 3.25.
Hello again, Rayclast. Ah, Faustus. It'll be a pleasure doing business with you.
All right, so first thing, we're getting the league announcement on the 18th of July, which is in a couple of weeks. And then we're going to be able to play on the 26th of July, which is exactly 3 weeks. Yeah. So let's just have a look at this. Firstly, obviously, Boat League, right? This has been a meme in the PoE community for years now. Everyone has been saying, where's Boat League? Where's Boat League? I'm not exactly sure where it originated, but, well, looks like we finally have Boat League. But who are these two characters? So firstly, over here, we have Danig. Danig is the leader of the expedition crew, I believe. So we're getting a return character, which is actually quite impactful. And then over here, he says Faustus. Now, Faustus is one of the characters in the Rogue Harbor. So we're getting a crossover of heist and expedition, which is actually something very unique that we've never seen before. Faustus is the admiral of the Lady Marilyn boat, and he's now got his boat, and he's bringing Danig and presumably us along. But now, where are we going? That's a big question. Are we just going to be hopping to islands? We're going to have a new map-like system where we're kind of searching for loot on these various islands. Maybe we're going to a brand new continent. Having this kind of league crossover where we're having returning cast members is something that I believe we've only seen once before. Correct me if I'm wrong on this, but Ancestor League, we had the return of Navali and a few other characters. I went through the other leagues. I don't believe we have seen that in any other leagues. So this is also probably quite important because this may be the last PoE 1 League before the release of the beta for PoE 2. So you would expect GGG has something big in store. Another thing, so our keen-eyed friend Guitaraholic caught something on the Path of Exile main page. We have GGG Live. They're explaining when they're going to do the announcement, which is in 2 weeks from now. During the live stream, you'll learn all about the 3.25 expansion for Path of Exile, its Challenge League, and other content. Now, expansion. This is a word that was previously used for the big end of league expansions. For people who are maybe a bit newer to PoE, the way that things worked as of a couple of years ago was that we would have 4 leagues a year and not 3. So the 3 leagues we would get would be just pretty normal leagues like what we're used to seeing now. But then at the end of the year, we would always get what was described as an expansion. Expansions, these often introduce new bosses. So we've had Conquerors of the Atlas, which introduced the 4 Conquerors and Cirrus, also introduced new crafting currency, a whole lot of new stuff. Same with Echoes of the Atlas, where it introduced the Maven. And then we also had things like Searing Exarch and Eater. Those were all expansions. Those came together with a Challenge League. So tons of new content. We have not seen that for about 2 years. Now, the word expansion was used since then. And GGG has said that they no longer want to do those big end of league expansions. However, something we have not seen for a long time is the separation of the wording expansion and Challenge League. Normally, they would just say the new expansion is coming out. But now they've said expansion and the Challenge League. Very interesting. This is all speculation. I could be way off. It could just be a normal league. We could just be in for Necropolis type league that I'm looking way too much into this, but it is quite interesting that they would separate expansion and challenge league. And once again, bear in mind, we're most likely getting PoE 2, the closed or open-ish beta, in November. So if we're getting another 4-month league, this is presumably one of the last leagues before PoE 2, which you would think would mean that they're going to be doing something big to launch us into PoE 2. Maybe give it a bit of extra context before we go into PoE 2 so we know kind of how we go from PoE 1 to PoE 2. Let's hope. The last league was really brutal for a lot of creators, so we really need something big. We need new systems, we need crafting mechanics, big overhauls to the meta. So let's hope this is a big, interesting overhaul league. Let me know in the comments what your theory is. You think I'm way off base? You think I'm looking way too much into this? Faustus and Danig? Seems like a lot more than meets the eye. So but that is going to be it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Am I looking way too much into this? Do you think we're in for something really big before 3.25? What are your theories? Also want to say a big thank you to my Patreons. I have a Patreon. You can find it linked in the description. I'm going to be adding a lower tier just for people who want to support the channel, to help the creation of more videos, just like a little $1 tier. But to all of my top tier supporters over the years, Guitarholic, DK, Zizka, Nailid, Daddy Diesel, Cannabis Corpse, Pyra, Abigail, Hyperion, and everyone else, Dana, Quelgen, Super, Apod, PTK, Necrospunk, and everyone else, including the legendary Sushiro with his $50 Mirror Tier supporter pack. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Catch you in 3.25. Take care.